Hey guys, how's it going? ItZMuRdA here, coming at you with a midweek current events update. Lots of things. There's actually a few things I'm not even going to talk about today because I think that they are better spoken about in a different episode. So I've got them on a list ready to be spoken about, but I'm just going to cover a couple of things that I think are either more important or they've happened already or they're happening sooner. Things like that going on with relation to PlanetSide 2 and things you might care about. So first and potentially most important of all, I don't want to say that. Forget I said that. ReachCastShow, episode 56, was released yesterday. I had the honor of being asked on the show last minute Monday night, so that's why the stream wasn't up on Monday night. If you were wondering, I hopped on with Torx and Derringer in place of Knox and recorded their weekly podcast. As you can tell, it's 56 episodes in, so if you don't tune in, it's usually released every Tuesday over at ReachCastShow.com as well as on Twitter and things like that. They do a pretty fun podcast on a weekly basis regarding everything to do with PlanetSide 2, so I'd definitely tune in. It's something great to listen to in the car if you have that capability or something like that, since they usually run about an hour, if not longer. But it's good fun, and I recommend tuning in. Support those guys. They don't get enough love. Same guys that you'll know from the Community Clash over with AGN and PSU and things like that. But anyway, I filled in for Knox. We talked about a lot of stuff, WDS, Halloween items, the optimization, a lot of email responses from their previous question that they had posed in episode 55 regarding how your outfit's doing and things like that. So it was a lot of fun. I definitely recommend you tune in. I will put this link in the description. You can just go to ReachCastShow.com and find it in the most recent episodes. This button down here will play it for you, and that's pretty much it. But tune in. Let me know how I did my first time being on the show. But it was a lot of fun. So hopefully you guys enjoy it. If you're curious about the name and you don't know what this picture is, I had nothing to do with this, but I guess it's doubly in part to me redeeming the show when Knox couldn't be there, and to the Christ the Redeemer statue in Brazil, given the Brazilian release and the Brazil game show that's coming up, and PlanetSide going into Brazil for a client there. So it was kind of just an honor in that regard, as well as also referencing me coming in last minute and giving them a third person for the show. So anyway, that's enough about that. Do check it out, though. It's lots of fun. Hopefully you enjoy it. There's also lots of things on the optimization front happening. OMFG episode 5 has been up on YouTube for a couple of days now. I didn't get to include it in the last current event, so I wanted to make sure that you guys knew about it. Again, the link will be in the description, and I believe episode 6 is coming out this Friday, which I will probably include in another current events video later in the week, but keep an eye out for that too, just in case it comes out before I post a video about it. Definitely worth checking these out. Always, it's a lot of fun to see what's going on behind the scenes, and pretty soon we will be seeing it for ourselves on test, like any minute now. There was a pretty big post that Ryan Elam made, I think it was late Monday night, that I again will of course link to, which has an idea of what we can expect to see from phase 1 of the OMFG patch, which should be hitting test servers like now, and is still planned for a week from today, Wednesday, October 30th, for release onto live servers. So it'll give you an idea of what they're looking to address specifically for this first phase of the update, things that they still know are issues and bugs that they're trying to fix before they get it all onto live, how you can help, and things like that. And there's actually, for the first time, incentive to log on to the test server. I mean, you should do it anyway. It's really, really great to get people on there, especially for focus tests, whether it's just new content or especially for optimization, to get people on there to see how it's actually going to play out, so that we don't hit patch day for live servers and we're all complaining because it's bugged. Really they never got to test it with enough people. So definitely hop on, help them out, and there is incentive to do so if you log on to the test server anytime between now and I guess a week from today, or whenever the patch goes live. You'll get a 3-day EXP boost to use on any character, much like you would for logging in for the WDS weeks. So even if you just log on for a little bit, check it out, see how it runs for you. But hopefully you'll log on during like some sort of a focus test and get a lot of action among everybody to really test the servers and test the performance for everyone. Either way, you'll get a 3-day EXP boost, so that's worth doing it. I will put a link to download the test server client in the video description as well. You can also probably just find it on the PlanetSide 2 forums. There's a test server forum, and I believe that one of those stickies at the top has a link to it right there, but I will include it in the description as well. If you're interested in the test server, which you should be, there's I don't know how many upvotes it has now, but I know yesterday it had 83. 85. Oh man. I don't know how serious this is, but Maggie retweeted it, so they might be trying to do it. They were trying to do one today as well as Friday and Sunday, or Friday through Sunday I should say, where people just try to get to the crown on the test server to get as many people in the same spot, do some King of the Hill, kind of just fun community action, as well as testing the servers, testing the optimization out. So I wanted to support this, and of course it will be linked as well if anybody wanted to try to hop in this community Reddit event and really test the optimization patch, so that we and the devs, more importantly, know what's going on and they can be ready for the launch hopefully a week from today. Other than that, we are looking at the extended WDS week 6, which I had mentioned I believe in a previous video, to test out some of the balance changes and stuff. But there was some controversy over the week 5 winner. People were like, I thought VS were supposed to win. Why did TR win 5 weeks in a row? So they went back, did a recount of the scores, and turns out that VS were supposed to win. So they I don't know. It looks like the boosts are it looks like the boosts are probably out already. I haven't logged in today, but you should be seeing that. I'm assuming that if you claimed the boost for when the TR won, that you'd get to keep that as well. I doubt that they're in the business of taking away boosts at this point for a mistake that was on their end. So anyway, extra boost, or if you only played VS, then the boost that you deserve. Just thought you guys should know that. And it looks like they're in pretty good shape to continue to win week 6 and potentially the entire preseason at this point, since the point values matter so much more in the last week and a half. So good on you, VS. I think the Northern Warp Gate has something to do with it, but if you would have asked me 6 weeks ago who's going to win, I would have guessed VS too, just from playing on Matherson and Connery. I felt like they, would have had the highest likelihood. That's just my small, semi-biased, perspective from the servers that I play on. That's not to say that VS is overpowered or it's, like that on all servers. I know TR is really strong on Waterson as well as other places. So anyway, that's what's going on in the world of WDS at the moment. There will be more updates, and they are thinking about having an actual WDS season in about a month or so, around the November 20th anniversary of the PlanetSide 2 launch. So hopefully they'll have all of those other systems in place by then, so we can actually have a nice, fair, fun thing with maybe more engaging challenges and whatnot, rather than just territory capture and hold. So we've got that to look forward to. And then there is the Brazil game show, which, forgive the webpage, I hit the translate button, so it's probably in like awful English. Well, parts of it aren't even, they're still in Portuguese. But anyway, Brazil game show is coming up here in the next few days, and it's a pretty big show. I've obviously never been, but Matt, Higby, and Maggie are going. They're actually, maybe they're already there. They're flying there at the moment. They're leaving today to head out there and represent PlanetSide there. There's looks like there's probably going to be a Brazil client for the game, and try to get those guys interested in it and all sorts of things like that. So maybe we'll hear some news. It'll probably mostly just be promoting the game, things that we already know, but it'll be cool to kind of check it out anyway, nonetheless. So I thought it would be worth mentioning. That's also going to be why things like Friday Night Ops and Wednesday Night Ops and Thursday Night Ops and things like that might not happen this week, given the traveling for events similar to MLG Orlando last weekend. So just a heads up for you guys in that regard. And I think the last thing that I wanted to say was with regard to Halloween items. Maggie and Taylor were awesome enough to ask and answer some questions for myself and Sir Kane yesterday on the PlanetSide 2 official stream. And I thought I'd share that with you guys in case you weren't tuning in. So there are Halloween items now available. A lot of those ones that were, like, they came in with the hotfix patch, but they had like 5 days until they unlocked. They are now available. You can go to the depot and you can buy them, the horns and things like that. There are probably more to come right around the holiday itself. Kind of like you saw the July 4th items and the Cinco de Mayo and St. Patrick's Day items released right around the holiday itself. It's unclear if they're going to expire like those previous items I just mentioned did. I think that they didn't have a specific plan for that right now, is what Taylor said. But if they do, you'll see in the depot the little red timer counting down, like 4 days, such and such hours and minutes left to expiration, so that we'll all know, we'll have ample warning if any of those items are going away. So that being said, don't rush to feel like you have to buy everything because it's going to disappear under your nose. But there might be some things that are limited time only for Halloween, and it should be indicated in the depot. I'll let you guys know in a future video as well, if and when that changes. And Sir Kane's awesome idea to have a discounted bundle for like the entire holiday package seemed pretty well received. They're not going to be able to do it in time for Halloween, but the idea would be you bundle the entire everything offered for that holiday, so like all the horns, all of the hood ornaments, all of the decals relating to Halloween, or for 4th of July it would have been all of the flare guns and the Patriot camos and the sparkler hood ornaments, and you bundle them all into one package that's like 20% off or something like that. And I know I would buy that every single holiday, and there's probably a lot of other people that would too. So they seem to like the idea. Taylor wanted to do it, and it seems likely that we'll see that for future holidays. So hopefully we do, but probably not by Halloween this time around. They were also asked if there was going to be a promotional station cash sale for Halloween, and they kind of said no, not that they know of. Now, I'm not sure. Lots of times they like to kind of play this off because they don't want to announce it in advance, and maybe they're lying about it. I don't know. Maybe there really isn't going to be one. It really could go either way. I guess I wouldn't be too surprised at this point. I'm thinking if we don't see one, that what they'll probably do is milk Halloween like they did with some of the other holidays for people that really want the limited time stuff or the seasonal stuff, and they'll go ahead and buy station cash when it's not on sale just to get that, like I've done in the past. And then they'll probably, just me talking here, probably throw like heroic boosts and hyper boosts on sale sometime before or after Halloween as well, or even during, to get those extra sales, because I know I'm going to drop like 15,000 station cash on 3 heroic boosts if they go on sale. And that's kind of a good marketing or whatever you want to call it thing for them to do, and that's probably what they might do at this point. Not necessarily give the station cash sales, but give us lots of limited time things that we really want, so that we're forced to either spend what we have or redeem some more at full price. And then when we hit Black Friday, right after Thanksgiving, they'll probably throw a station cash sale on so that we can re-up on all of our station cash after we got all of our purchases out of ourselves, or out of our system, and then get ready for some holiday items for Christmas and things like that, where there'll probably be maybe another sale or what have you. I do believe that they will do a double EXP for Halloween. It's been so long, and it was alluded to in the past, so hopefully we'll at least have that, if not double station cash. I think a lot of people still want at least a double station cash, and hopefully we have it, but don't necessarily count on it for certain. Be wise with your station cash over the next couple of weeks, and just in case you're wanting a heroic boost or something, don't just waste it on, you bought all the helmets and now you don't have enough for a heroic boost that pops up, because it's quite likely that something like that will happen. So I know I bought like 8,000 station cash worth of Player Studio items on the last patch, and I'm thinking, okay, I need to settle down for a little bit, just in case there's not a promo station cash until Black Friday. I want to be able to get 3 heroic boosts as well as all of the Halloween items. So anyway, just my advice. I could be totally wrong, but based on my knowledge of marketing as well as my knowledge of SOE and what they've done in the past, that's a pen dropping on the floor. That seems totally feasible. So anyway, talking too long about that, but that's my advice. We will see what happens pretty soon. So thank you guys for tuning in. I will be streaming this evening and most evenings, if not all evenings, throughout the week, as well as much as I possibly can on the weekends, as usual, over at ItZMuRdA.com or twitch.tv/ItZMuRdA_TV. So thank you guys for tuning in, and I will see you over at the stream. Have a good one.